You know, we talk a lot about the golden years, about aging gracefully and the wisdom that comes with experience. But let's be real, folks, aging isn't always pretty. There are some downright ugly habits that can creep in, habits that nobody wants to talk about. These habits can turn you from a respected elder into someone people avoid, someone who pushes others away. We're gonna dive deep into these 12 ugly habits, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This isn't about judging. It's about facing the hard truths so you can live your best life every single year. Let's get something straight right off the bat. Getting older doesn't automatically make you wise or dignified. It's a common belief that age brings wisdom, but that's not always the case. Wisdom comes from experiences and learning from them, not just from the passage of time. Just like a fine wine, some people age beautifully, developing rich character and depth. They embrace life, continue to learn, and maintain a positive outlook. These individuals often become sources of inspiration and joy for those around them. Others, well, they just turn sour. They let bitterness and regret take over, which can lead to a negative and unpleasant demeanor. This isn't a natural part of aging, but rather a result of how they choose to handle life's challenges. And one of the biggest misconceptions is that these bad habits are just a normal part of aging. People often think that grumpiness, stubbornness, or negativity are inevitable as we get older, but that's not true. That somehow society should just accept it because, hey, they're old. This mindset can lead to isolation and misunderstanding between generations, creating a gap that doesn't need to exist. But the truth is, these habits often stem from unresolved issues, from bitterness, from fear. These emotions can build up over time if not addressed, leading to a negative outlook on life. And the longer they fester, the more damage they can do, turning you into a burden instead of a blessing. It's important to address these feelings and work through them, no matter your age, to ensure a more fulfilling and positive life. Look, we all complain sometimes. It's human nature. It's a way to vent our frustrations and share our burdens. But when complaining becomes a lifestyle, a constant soundtrack to your life, it becomes a problem. It starts to color your world in shades of gray, making it hard to see the bright side of things. But when complaining becomes a lifestyle, it can be incredibly damaging. It's like a dark cloud that follows you everywhere, casting a shadow over every experience. A constant soundtrack to your life, it becomes a problem. It isolates you, pushing away those who might otherwise offer support and companionship. Nobody wants to be around someone who's always negative, always finding fault. It's draining, it's toxic, and frankly, it gets old. People start to avoid you and you find yourself more and more alone, always finding fault. It's draining, it's toxic, and frankly, it gets old. And bitterness, that's like poison to the soul. It's a slow-acting venom that seeps into every aspect of your life. And bitterness, that's like poison to the soul. It eats away at you from the inside out, blinding you to the good in your life and in the world around you. It's a thief that robs you of joy and peace. It eats away at you from the inside out, blinding you to the good in your life and in the world around you. You become so focused on what's wrong with society, with the younger generation, that you miss out on the beauty of the present moment. You become so focused on what's wrong with society, with the younger generation, that you miss out on the beauty of the present moment. You miss the laughter of children, the warmth of the sun, the simple joys that make life worth living. And that, my friends, is a tragedy. To live a life overshadowed by negativity and bitterness is to miss out on the richness and fullness that life has to offer. So let's strive to see the good, to appreciate the beauty, and to live with a heart full of gratitude. The world changes, folks. It always has, it always will. From the dawn of civilization to the digital age, change is the only constant. Every sunrise brings new opportunities, new challenges, and new ways of thinking. Technology advances, culture shifts, new generations emerge with new ideas. The way we communicate, work, and even play is constantly evolving. It's a dynamic dance of progress that keeps life exciting and full of potential. And you know what? That's a good thing. Embracing change can lead to personal growth, stronger communities, and a more vibrant society. It allows us to connect with others in meaningful ways and to experience the richness of life. But some people, they dig in their heels. They see change as a threat rather than an opportunity. They build walls around themselves, hoping to keep the world at bay. They resist change, clinging to the good old days like a life raft. Nostalgia can be comforting, but it can also be a trap that prevents us from moving forward. They mistake stubbornness for strength, but the truth is, it's holding them back. Stubbornness can create a barrier to new experiences and limit personal growth. Adaptability. That's the key to staying relevant, to staying engaged with life. It's about being open to learning, to trying new things, and to embracing the unknown with curiosity and courage. You don't have to abandon your values, but you do need to be open to new ways of thinking, new ways of doing things. It's about finding a balance between honoring the past and welcoming the future. Don't let rigidity turn you into a relic of the past. Embrace adaptability and you'll find that life is full of endless possibilities and adventures waiting to be discovered. Chapter 4. Self-centered conversations. We all have stories to tell, experiences to share. But there's a difference between engaging in a two-way conversation and dominating it with your own personal highlight reel. Nobody wants to be held hostage by someone who only wants to talk about themselves, their ailments, their past glories. It's exhausting, and frankly, it's rude. Healthy aging involves listening, being present in the moment, and drawing others out in conversation. Ask questions, be curious, show genuine interest in the lives of those around you. Remember, it's not always about you. Chapter 5. Neglecting personal grooming and appearance. Now, I'm not saying you need to be a fashion plate or spend hours primping in front of the mirror, but there's a certain level of self-respect that comes with taking care of your appearance. It's not about vanity, it's about presenting yourself to the world with dignity. Letting yourself go sends a message that you've given up, that you don't care, and that's not fair to you or to the people around you. A little effort goes a long way. Chapter 6. Fear and caution. Look, I get it. You've lived a long life, you've seen a lot, and you want to protect the people you love from making the same mistakes you did. But there's a difference between offering sage advice and smothering someone with fear. Constantly warning about all the things that could go wrong. All the dangers lurking around every corner. That's not wisdom. That's fear talking. And it can be paralyzing for younger generations. True wisdom involves balancing caution with encouragement, fostering resilience instead of fear. We've all seen those hoarding shows, the ones where people are buried alive in their own possessions. But hoarding isn't just about stuff. It's about holding on to the past, clinging to old roles and resentments. It's about filling the void with things, with grudges, instead of letting go and moving forward. And that's a recipe for stagnation. You can't grow, you can't truly live if you're weighed down by the baggage of the past. It's time to clean house, both literally and figuratively. Here's the thing about respect. It's not a birthright. You don't get it just because you've reached a certain age. Respect is earned through your actions, your character, the way you treat others. It's about integrity, humility, and genuine kindness. Demanding respect because you're older and wiser is a surefire way to alienate people. True respect comes from embodying values that inspire others, from living a life worthy of admiration. We all go through tough times, experience loss, face adversity. But there's a difference between acknowledging your pain and clinging to it like a shield. Identifying too closely with your past suffering, wearing it like a badge of honor, that's a dangerous game. It keeps you stuck in a cycle of negativity, prevents you from forming healthy relationships, and poisons the well of your own happiness. Emphasizing resilience over victimhood, that's where true strength lies. Here's the thing about communication. It's a two-way street. It's not about lecturing or launching into unsolicited advice-giving marathons. It's about listening, engaging in meaningful dialogue, and respecting different perspectives. Younger generations have a lot to offer, just like every generation before them. Instead of dismissing their ideas or experiences, be open to learning from them. You might be surprised by what you discover. Holding on to grudges, harboring resentment, that's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Forgiveness isn't about letting someone off the hook. It's about freeing yourself from the chains of anger and bitterness. It's about choosing to move forward, to embrace peace and healing. And let me tell you, that takes strength. It takes courage to confront your pain, to let go of the need for revenge, and to choose compassion instead. But the rewards are immeasurable. Nostalgia can be a powerful thing. It can transport you back to happy memories, to simpler times. But it can also distort your view of the present, romanticizing the past, focusing only on the good times while ignoring the challenges. That's a recipe for disappointment. The truth is, every era has its ups and downs. Acknowledging both the good and the bad, the joys and the struggles, That's what allows you to appreciate the present moment for what it is. Don't let nostalgia blind you to the beauty of the here and now. Look, aging is a privilege denied to many. It's a gift, even with its challenges. And the truth is, you have a choice in how you age. You can choose to embrace the wisdom and experience that comes with time, or you can let bitterness and negativity cloud your vision. You can choose to be a burden or a blessing, a source of joy or a source of stress. The power is in your hands. So what will you choose?